like a foghorn.
No,
No,
Okay.
may
and
have
maybe
been
it's
the
my fan,
connection.
but my fan's not that loud.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. You're catching us mid conversation about a low intermittent hum. Must be God, because we are here to do beautiful work. Welcome to New Earth Rising. I am Michele Amburgey, and we've got a really special show today because we have Monica Hanlin in, and she is going to do, with all of us and all of you, a beautiful meditation and some wonderful gifts that she's going to be bringing to us, some surprises about healing Mother Earth, healing ourselves, healing in general. So this is going to be a really special show. We've got the wonderful Mike Dinkle here with us. We've got my co-shenanigator Sharon. So you know it's going to be fun. And we're really looking forward to this. We've set this up a while ago. We're super excited to be here. And we're super excited that you guys are all here. Whether you're listening live or listening later, we just want to let you know that we love you. We see you, we hear you, and we're so grateful you're here in this beautiful journey that we're all going through, this shift and change. And it's a beautiful, beautiful ride. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Michele Amburgey. I am the Awakener, one of many, and all of you guys are too, because that's what we're doing here on this planet right now. And I would like to introduce and welcome Mike Dinkle. Mike, tell us a little bit about you. Let's kind of introduce ourselves, and then we'll get on with the show. We'll get over there to Monica and all of her gloriousness.
Well, thank you, Michele. Gosh, I've been doing this since I was a kid. I was pretty much born with it. Been doing healing work, psychic work, mediumship, all kinds of stuff. And just as I was growing up, wanted to learn more and more, got more and more books, no internet back then. So just learned through books and then applied it and just enjoy it. Had a wonderful healing session with a person today, helped them bring back parts of their bodies that were lost in trauma. And it was wonderful. And that's my calling. I just love it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Mike. Your energy, and you've got the heart as big as Texas, as they say. And so happy that you're here with us and joining with us. And then Sharon, let's talk about you for a second, and then we're going to throw it all over there to Monica and let her show us what she's got.
Let her do her thing. Yeah. Thanks, Michele. And hello, everyone out there. Tracy is here, my sister. Yeah, and Michele with another Michele, who I know know and love dearly, with one L. Michele is here as well. So thank you, everyone, for being here. I am Sharon Kumara, and very, very happy to be here. Feel honored to be in the space of not only my peeps on the screen, but also all of you out there. And I've known Monica a very long time, and she's amazing, just amazing.
Yes.
So I can't wait to get started. Take it away, Monica.
Thank you, Sharon. So my name is Monica. I am a healer and an artist, and I do a lot of one-on-one healings with people that are feeling stuck or wanting to get rid of old traumas, or maybe they don't even know what it is that they want. And also some various medical healings for people, which are always amazing. And sometimes, like if they're prepping for surgery, we'll do a session together beforehand, and then I'll also tap in during the procedure, and I'll see the medical staff and do some kind of whatever it is I do. Still figuring that out. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I will send love and light to the client and also the staff, medical staff. And anyway, so I just started doing these group sessions. We've done a couple before together. But anyway, every time they're different. And I got some guidance in my guided meditation today, or my meditation today, about this one that we're going to do. And it's going to be kind of two parts. And the first one is going to be a little mini version of what I do on a one-on-one. So it'll be like a healing for all of you guys and anybody that listens to this. And then after that, we're going to take it toward something else, and that will naturally then emanate out into everybody else, the collective and the earth and so forth. But I have some words here that I've been just doing a ton of channeled writing for a while now. I'm on my 4th journal.
Right.
Yeah, and this is as it came out. So it might sound a little weird, but I'm just going to go with it. So this is unedited, okay? This is 2 pages long, and it's gonna describe how the second part of this guided healing is gonna go. Okay, so the word mean kept coming up, and I know that's not a pretty word, but there it is.
Did you say me? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Me or mean?
Mean.
Okay.
Like not nice.
Okay.
Okay. Meanness is different for all of us, just as beauty is different for all of us. It is not just one thing in the eye of the beholder. This keeps life interesting, does it not? No correctness here. Move the beauty onto the mean. Let it be saturated. It will melt it into the nothingness, or better. A collage of flowers over a mean person. A collage of flowers over the outline of a country you feel is mean or has meanness. Fill it. Toss fun toys at it. Toss jokes of the day at it. Toss images of people in loving embraces at it. Keep the focus on the things you are tossing, not the thing being filled. Teddy bears at a mean person. Tossing in a floaty way, not throwing. Martinis, fun, dinner parties, travel, huge laughter with friends and family, all being tossed to meanness. Chocolate bars, funny stuffed animals. Cover the mean person's face with them too. This mean person becomes enveloped in all of this. They sigh in resignation. They collapse into tears. Then they sleep, feeling comforted at last. So that's what I got. That I know. And this is coming from a person that would farm out all of my term papers in college because I would avoid writing. So it's just really funny that it's happening now.
You know what that reminds me of, Monica?
What?
That's beautiful. That reminds me of Paul Selig when he channels the guides, who he calls the guides, and it succinctly puts it as what you damn damns you, what you bless blesses you.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of that. Anything that we, especially what does not resonate with us, meanness or whatever, if we bless it, it transforms it, I would think, or at least we are transformed.
Yeah, both. Yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
Maybe.
So I think that these words are speaking to maybe all sorts of people on the level of waking up, where I think those words would make sense to people that maybe wouldn't be on this channel. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
definitely. Yeah. It's like one of my teachers said, fear and anger cannot exist where love is. And that's true with darkness or the dark. Once light is turned on, there is no more darkness.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I'm always, when you look at the emotional scale of, the scale of emotions, the bottom, of course, is shame, grief, at the very lowest, and anger is kind of up there, which surprised me. Apathy, it's above apathy, and I felt that anger really isn't such a bad thing, that at least with anger we have movement. There's energy movement through us. So anger, of course, holding on to it, like you were saying, Michael, might be holding on to it is not good. But it always feels like when you get angry about something, right, then it's better than being apathetic and better than being stuck.
Yes, or stuffing it away.
Yeah.
Men do, but yeah, it's better to express yourself.
Productive anger, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, they call that righteous anger sometimes too, right?
Yes.
And finally something is like, I will not take this, or this is wrong. We have to do something. That does spur us. It puts the fire in our belly to get moving and making changes. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
but it's the
Monica.
apathetic, it's the shame, it's the guilt.
Right.
It weighs so heavy on the heart.
And keeps us stuck in depression and those lower emotions. I forgot to ask you, Michele, you're monitoring New Earth Rising, right?
I am. I'm over here on the chat, and we have Shauna and Michele Amburgey. I've heard she's awesome. And we have Charlene. It's weird. My own name shows up in the chat. So yeah, we have some people over here. So yeah.
Cool. Okay, nice. Yeah, we've got a few here too on my channel. Well, we've got Tracy, Michele. We've got about 9 people watching now. So, yay.
Very cool. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Welcome to this healing. And then after this, you guys are going to do your psychic thing you're able to do, answering people's questions.
You're going to enjoy this.
Well, usually I'm in the live chat going, well, tell me about my next boyfriend. I don't know. All right. So do you want to get started, you guys? And I'm going to just set my timer for like 20 minutes or so. So this won't be too long.
Okay.
But we can let's
do it.
Yeah.
It was cute. Shauna said, smother them in love.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Shauna just described herself. Assuming it's Shauna L. Francis.
I think
okay, so
sure.
We got a couple Shaunas.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna play this really groovy theta waves music. All right. Is that pretty good volume, you guys? Over my talking? Under my talking?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Got a thumbs up from Mikey. All right. All right, I'm just gonna set my little timer. If you hear a phone alarm go off, that's just me. Okay. Okay, everybody wanna close their eyes. Take a few deep breaths. I'm calling in my divine team, my higher self. I'm calling in all of your divine teams and your higher self. And I want you to ground yourself into the earth. So just imagine some cords going from your feet and your pelvic floor down into the earth, and let it drop deeper and deeper and deeper. And imagine it connecting into the crystal quartz that is at the core of the earth. You're going to keep that there during this session. You're also going to imagine a golden or a white light cord that goes through your spinal column. It's going to go straight up your spine, out the top of your head, and it's going to go up and keep going up. Keep sending it up and up, and you can connect it to anything you want that is God of your understanding. It could even be a favorite planet, bunch of angels, clouds, prime creator. So you have this one continuous line that goes all the way from God down through the top of your head, down your spinal column, out your feet, down into the earth. And place one of your hands over your heart if you can. Take a few long, slow, deep breaths. I like to see a bubble form around me. And the bubble comes out from my heart area and it forms around my body. Excuse me, and it's an impenetrable bubble. You can only let love in and out. I'm calling in everybody that's on this video, everybody listening to it today and later. Calling in all of their higher selves, their divine team. Right now you guys are in receiving mode, so just relax. Maybe bring at the forefront if you want to, something that you want to let go of, but it doesn't have to be specific. Whatever shows up will be the right thing. Might get a little quiet during this first part. They're showing like all of you guys lining up in front of me in a half circle, but it's a wide half circle. You're all facing me. I'm calling in all of your guardian angels to stand with you. I want you to imagine there's like a lever at the top of your head and you open it. Just allow in a lot of this golden light that wants to come in. This is cute. They just showed like your guardian angels placing their hand, one hand on the top of your head. I want you to just welcome in this light. Why they just said the word strawberries for Mike. I just don't even know. It's okay. Might make sense later or never. Open to receive. I'm just directing all of this light that's going to be filling your bodies. Every inhale, see more of that light fill more of your body. It just floats in through the top of your head. And every exhale, it's just filling you a little more. Just wanting to move through some past, some are unnamed traumas. Just going to allow a layer or more of that to be released in this session here. We're all receiving it at different speeds. They're like showing you guys as kind of like you're all different horizontal heights of this healing light that is being allowed in. For some of it, it's the color teal. Just going to let it absorb and take over into any density in the body. Sharon, they just showed you using the element of fire a lot. for this process, or maybe your guides are doing that for you or with you. This is neat. It's looking like this big extended family photo, they said, where all of you guys on this call are sitting or standing in front of me, and you have beings in front of you and behind you, all around each one of you. This is very interesting. It's like all of your divine teams. Deep breath, slow, deep breaths. There's a version of Michele, that's Michele Amburgey. It's walking toward me. A version of you is walking toward me. You're really flowy, goddessy. And all white light. That's what they said. There's some people on this in this session that are teetering. I don't know if it's like a teetering on what you want to release, or in your belief, or whatever right now, but it's just sending a lot of light there. Whatever is ready to be released will be released. Remember that cord going up into your understanding of God, and the cords going down out of your feet into the earth. Another deep breath with your hand on your heart. There's these lavender and light blue orbs that just appeared, and they're kind of showing up high and low in front of all of you, kind of dancing around. But the lavender one is up across the top half of your bodies, and the light blue is across the bottom halves of your bodies. Breathe right into your hand that's on your heart. I want you to breathe whatever color that comes to you. I'm seeing a lot of magenta. I want you guys to imagine that there's doors on the bottom of your feet. You're just exhaling out this sludgy smoke. And this team of angels are taking it all away as you exhale it out, and they're taking it away to be recycled into something positive. So it's okay to let it go. One of you said, "Who would I be without it?" And that's okay. You allow yourself to be shown who you'd be without it. It'll be a freer version of you for sure. Inhale into your heart and the top of your head. Exhale out this smokish stuff out of your feet. I'm assisting with that from my end here. Just showed you in a tuxedo, Mike. I don't know why. Or maybe it's a suit. It's a polished black suit. Someone just stepped in for somebody on this call that is someone in their life that is critical of this side of you. Feels heavy. I'm just going to send light to that person and the energy of all of that. I'm sure many of us have somebody like that in our life. Deep breath. Full on receiving mode for all of you right now. A lot of this density is getting lower in the body, so you're filling up more with the light, which is good. Just keep going with this for a few more minutes. Long, deep breaths, no effort, just easy ones. Some of you guys have these little doors or blocks or clogs or something. I don't know. They don't have to be something negative, but I'm just seeing that and moving those to the side to let this flow through however much you guys wanting to allow it. Some of you have fully allowed it. Take from me that which no longer serves me, they're wanting you to say. You don't have to put a name to it. You can say this a lot to yourself right now. Take from me that which no longer serves me. Let your divine team step in and help you with it. There's parts of this that they can do for you that you don't realize. That's what they're here for, they said. One of the things they're here for. And they just showed some of your team that's standing to the sides of you, and they're actually like pulling off these kind of remaining chips or shell pieces from your shoulders. Deep breath. Pulling it off of your shoulders, off the bottoms of your feet, letting it go out the bottom of your feet. Take from me that which no longer serves me. Showing some angels that are clearing the floor or the ground area where all of you are connected to. It's okay to release this. You're not leaving anything behind for somebody else, and we're doing this responsibly. Big, deep, long, easy breath. Inhale. Long exhale. A lot of these angels are really flying up with all of these remnants they're collecting. Clearing the floor, they're saying. heart. We're getting ready to bring in this second part. If you are personally wanting to stay in this first phase, go for it. Just keep seeing this golden light come into you in the top of your head, whatever color you'd like, breathing into your heart area. Just keep filling your body and releasing what no longer serves you. For everybody else that's ready to chime in on this next phase, I'm showing all of you standing. It's like we're standing on a glass floor. It's not fragile. Showing your feet melded into it for this next phase. Okay, so this glass floor is the earth. It's a version of the earth. There's this layer between your feet and the earth that is, it's clear, it's glass, you can see through it, it's crystal clear. You can see through it into the earth. And I want you each to call in something that you think is mean. It can be a past experience, a person, a place, a notion, a belief. And this thing or essence you're calling in is not close to you. It's not coming in close to you. So it's far out in the distance, and there's a whole bunch of your divine team and all of our teams, a bunch of freelance angels that just came in, and they're surrounding this person or thing or experience that you just called in. So there's all this divinity that's surrounding it, between you and it or them. I want you to start, like in those words, I want you to start gently tossing to this image that you just brought in. Start tossing them something that you find is neat or that is calm. I just keep seeing teddy bears. And it's not, you're tossing it toward them. This is just, that sounds so weird, but I'm going with it. So there's all these, it's a trend right now of all these stuffed animals that are of like funny things like avocados and plants and eggs and just funny things. And so that's what I'm seeing. And they're really soft and they're airy, and I'm just tossing. I'm just seeing this nondescript person. And that's what I'm tossing this at. And you're going to keep tossing fun things. For me, it's some of the things I talked about in those words that I read to you. So I'm seeing the joy of dinner parties and huge laughter, jokes, tossing it all their way. I want you guys to keep doing this and detach from that person or experience that you brought in, okay? You're only sending in, tossing over this lightheartedness, and it's starting to fill up the area around that person or experience or thing or place. Tossing more and more and more. Interesting. The items or notions that you guys are tossing are also filling under you in this clear space under your feet, which is going toward the earth. That's pretty cool. I've never seen any of this before, by the way. Just felt some nervousness, so you can put your hand back on your heart, take a big calming deep breath in. Love and light that's connected directly to Prime Creator. It's going in through the top of your head. Remember, you have those cords going out of your feet down into the core of the earth. If it's hard to toss something lighthearted toward this person or experience, you could just ask your guides to plaster them with flowers or something and ask them to do it. Ask your higher self to do it. And you can stand in your human mode, you can stand and receive, and ask your divine team to do this for you. Right when I said that, they just showed a bunch of divine beings walk outward from you to what you called in. And it's like they're sprinkling them with these sparkles, covering that person, that there's a country. One of you have called in a particular country. These divine beings are sending sparkles to that country. Just consider it saturated. I'm going to help fill these people and experiences that you've called in. It's feeling a little heavy. Assist with some lightness here. Fill up to be taller and bigger than that person, experience, or country. It's like feeling this. There's like a mound where it's being completely covered. I don't want to say another word, but it's anyway, being completely covered. Eventually, it's like filling on the gaps, all in the gaps where you can't see that person or experience you brought in. It's like a complete collage of this laughter and these flowers and these paintings and angel wings. And deep breath. I want you to reopen those doors on the bottom of your feet. Take from me that which no longer serves me. So all of these things are now covered, these things and people that you brought in. We're going to ask Divinity, Prime Creator, to take over from here. And all seeping down from those people or experiences or places are this light that we just saturated them with, and it's going down into the earth. So it's like those people and experiences and places had a cord going into the earth that felt kind of darkish or dense, and this lightness we just saturated them with is taking over that cord and making it light. I want you guys all to imagine taking a few steps back from the image you brought in. Asking your divine team to disconnect any cords from you and that image. I want you also to do the same, where you can kind of imagine pulling out cords from definitely the top of your head, your forehead, all in front of you and around you, your palms, definitely your palms. Just imagine unplugging. You're unplugging cords, letting them retract. Mother Mary's here. She's healing all these spots that you pulled these cords out from you. There's some stubborn cords that Archangel Michael is cutting right now. Doing a big fell swoop. All between you and what you called in. Take from me that which no longer serves me. I want you guys all to turn around. Imagine that you're turning around. I'm gonna help and Archangel Michael cut all these cords from the back side of you. Take a deep, big breath. I want you guys to see a couple of doors in front of you. We're going to walk through one door and then the next. Close each door behind you. When you're completely through both doors, with both doors closed, you're going to kind of brush off your hands and say, take from me that which is not mine. Take from me that which is not mine. Take a few deep breaths, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I'm going to do my disconnect process I do here. Giving thanks to my higher self and your higher selves and all of our divine teams and all the freelance angels that came and helped us, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, and everyone else. Good.
Wow, that was incredible.
What's up with the suit, Mikey?
That's quite interesting. My girlfriend and I were talking about that today, and I need to get a suit together. We're going to a wedding in 2 weeks, and yeah,
Do
that's what
it.
that's about. And the strawberries that you mentioned, or strawberry, I heard from somebody you could put them in a glass jar and seal it, and they'll stay forever in the fridge. Well, I don't. It's 3 weeks old. I think I need to throw them out, but I'll check first. But that's amazing.
That's
It
funny.
really does keep strawberries quite long when you do that.
That's funny. I don't know if it was that or color, but I kept seeing the it, isn't there a little strawberry theme of people or games or toys for kids or girls? It's
Oh
like a
yeah,
strawberry. Okay, so I kept seeing that, like the clothing
strawberry
or the
punch,
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Anyway, and this suit was it might be too hot to wear a suit in California, but it was black or charcoal gray,
Ah,
dark
nice.
color.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. There you go.
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah.
Monica. Beautiful.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Monica.
Yeah. I could visually
You're
follow
welcome.
along with you quite well. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Good. It'd be interesting to see whatever transpires for anybody of just this releasing, this whatever it was that was ready to shift.
Yeah. That's a good mantra, I guess you would say, to, or sentence to say, take from me that which no longer serves me. That's a really good practice.
And I would encourage people, just like Monica said, maybe to, in the comments afterwards during the next few days or week or two, to share maybe what shifted for you, if anything, which I'm sure it will. How
That's
can
a
it
great
not?
idea. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. That would be helpful. And sometimes, like, I'll do sessions with people that they'll, feel it that day and something will shift right away. And
Mhm.
sometimes they'll say, like, oh, well, I don't, like they're not ready to make a change on something that comes up. Then I'll talk to them 4 months later and that change totally happened. They're like, yeah, I don't know what happened, but a couple months ago, I just decided to move.
Right.
Which is just so funny. You don't, it just things can happen so gradually
Yeah.
Yeah.
as our energetic resistance chills out.
Well, we're humans and we don't necessarily like change that quickly. So,
Yeah.
so I think that our guides and our higher self normally is, knows that we prefer gradual sometimes, depending on the situation.
And
They know what we deal
sometimes
with.
too, we're healing very, very deep and like
Mhm.
deep quantum levels, and it doesn't come into manifestation for some time
Right.
too.
Yep.
It's always percolating up under there. And then all of a sudden, boop, oh, there
Right.
it is.
Right. Right.
This goddessy version of you I saw, Michelle, was like almost transparent. It wasn't clear. It was white, but it was this flowy, you were this flowy one piece.
Nice.
It's just like flowing towards me. It was really cool.
Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I could feel that too. And I've always been very much connected to the goddess energy. And Mary Magdalene, we have our wonderful Magdalene group
That's
that
right.
we do, and Sharon and I started. And yeah.
We're very flowy right now, aren't we?
Oh my gosh.
I am.
Right.
I don't know why, but I always wash my hands after I facilitate a healing session. So I'm just going to turn off my video really quick and wash my hands, but my audio
So I
is
want to
still
tell you
on.
what Tracy said, Monica.
Please do.
She said, thank you, Monica. The second I saw being surrounded by white light, you said there's white light.
Ooh, I like it.
Nice.
I like it. Thanks, Tracy.
And we've got Rev Ned over here with us
Yay.
too on New Earth
Rev.
Rising. Yeah.
Rev Ned. Hi, Rev Ned. Mwah.
So very good, very good. And I had a really interesting experience in this too. I've really been working with the Christ energy and reconnecting just to the concept of God, because being someone who's in kind of the goddessy thing, it's like, oh, Mother, Father, God, Mother, Father, God. And just the God concept has been coming to me. And I'm like, no, Mother, Father, God. It's like, let's have a chat. God wants to talk to you, Michele. And so in this, it was interesting because I kind of had a shift of my guides in here. Because, I have, my guides and my master guides, and been doing that for years. And it's kind of like several of my guides just moved out. They're like, okay, you don't need us anymore. It's time for this to move along. And they're like, good luck. Thank you very much. But it was during this meditation and this clearing. And so that was really good. And I just feel like my fields are very light and very open now.
Wow.
Too. So that was really cool, Monica. Thank you.
Yeah, neat.
Totally.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I have lots of hearts and prayer hands on this side, and Kate Lind has kitty faces and
I love her.
do you know Kate? Yeah. And
Yeah.
butterflies and fairies. And Amanda says that was great, Monica. Lots of
Thank
hearts
you.
and then Albina, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, hearts. And Alyssa McGrath, interesting last name. My sister and I are McGraths. Okay.
It's familiar.
It's familiar. I wonder if we're related.
Maybe.
Yeah. Michele says pure love. Nice. Nice.
Yay.
Okay. Does anyone have questions for the panel?
And these questions can be about anything.
Mhm.
It doesn't necessarily, be answers for concerns, but it can really be about anything. If you have questions about, spiritual things, about what Monica was doing, anything.
Yes.
We're open books.
Yes, most definitely.
Let us be read.
Talk about my future boyfriend.
Well, he's tall,
I wanna
dark,
hear-
and handsome.
I want to hear
Dark and
more.
Are you connecting to him on the other side? Your twin flame on the other side? That energies? Haven't we talked about that? Have we talked about that? Oh,
I
yeah.
don't understand that whole thing.
Oh, okay. That's a good place to start, I found, is connecting to that energies
Oh,
across the veil, because we have our higher form of our twin, what we might call a twin flame on the, just out of our frequency.
Yeah.
And when we connect with that him, in your case, then it can help you. He helps us heal. They help us heal what we have going on that's getting in the way of a healthy relationship, and helps us
So-
vibrate to someone.
okay. So, like in my channeled writing, I'll sometimes, call in someone, like guardian angel or whatever. So, are you saying I would do that with a future partner and have a conversation with their higher selves, kind of?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's just you're shifting. It's just the energy is different. And you recognize energies as they come around, angels, guides, the different
Yeah.
energies.
Okay.
So you just call
funny,
them
I hadn't
in.
thought of doing that.
I
Okay.
have mine's voice on EVP on recorder, so they're real.
My God.
Nobody can tell me they're not real. They're just in a
Oh
different
my
frequency.
God.
Yeah, but it's not spooky. So I have a couple questions here.
Oh, good.
So Kate would like to know, she says, I would like to know my star origin.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm feeling she's connected in a few different ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Arcturian. Arcturians are working with you, Kate.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Mm-hmm. It's like a lot of times, this is what I was told, because I'm very much connected to the Arcturians too. And at first I was like, oh, I'm Arcturian. But then I was shown that even that concept is a little bit limited. And it's showing almost like the Arcturian consciousness is almost like a vessel for many beings from many places that come down through that. But only those that are love and light and who are serving the divine plan and serving humanity are able to come through that. So, and I was told that some of them that we don't even really have names from, that they're such ancient, beautiful star systems, and that there's a lot of people like that here on the planet because we're living in such interesting and amazing times. So I thought that was really kind of cool. It's like they're like the conduit, for all these beautiful systems to come through.
So yeah, so Kate, I was getting they would like for you to sing, use your voice and sing in tone to help bring them closer to you. And I also got that they're close and that they communicate with you in your dreams. I feel a lot of emotion there. I feel like there's a longing to get to know them or to remember them, but they're right there. And they're reminding me of when I saw who I call my papa, my ET papa, when I was a little girl, and a memory I had where I was upset that he was dropping me back off onto the planet when I was visiting the ship, and he's showing me we're not going anywhere, we're still here, and he shows me as he spins his hand around like a ceiling fan, our frequency is just higher, but we're still here, we're not anywhere else, we're still here. So that's what they wanted me to share, that to let you know that they're here with you. They're not really, you were never abandoned.
We have another McGrath here with us.
Another one?
Yes, Adele. Adele, her name was, her birth name, I think it was McGrath.
Oh, how funny.
They're taking over.
The clan McGrath.
The clan McGrath.
Nice.
Such a McGrath thing to do.
Right. Actually, McGrath is our stepfather, his name, but hey, our brother is has our dad's blood, our stepfather's blood. Anyway, but it'd be cool if we were related in any way, even though we're not a McGrath blood, but still we use that name. So there's another question here, unless you have one over there, Michele.
I actually do. Shauna also wants to know what her star origin is. So I thought maybe it'd be nice if we stay on that same subject. Her name is Shauna Marie Crystalis.
First thing I heard was Pleiadian.
That's what I got too. Matter of fact, I pulled that card out. Oops. Oh, I mixed it back in here. I pulled the Pleiades card out when I looked at your question, Shauna, and then I shuffled it back in the cards, and I hadn't read your actual question yet.
Oh,
I also got Syrian.
Ooh.
yeah.
I got some deep Syrian, like the lion beans, that type of Syrian.
Yeah.
With her too. Yeah.
Like the Lion's Gate, what we've got
Yes.
coming up here on the 8th, on August 8th, connecting into the Lion's
right.
Gate, the Syrian.
Yeah.
And remember, that many of us do have multiple connections to different star systems.
Yeah, and parallel lives. I was seeing a lot of my parallel lives in different star systems.
Mhm.
Sirius, Pleiades. I feel an affinity for the Pleiadians, and but yeah, Arcturus too, the Arcturus star system there too. So we do have different. I think that we have I feel, just from my experience and people that I've worked with, that we have an affinity for certain star systems,
Mhm.
but that we have expressions in a lot,
Yeah.
like you were saying, Michele and Mike.
Yeah, I've always definitely really aligned with the Arcturians. And I was a speaker at the World Healer Conference back in the early 2000s. And there was a young man that was talking up on the stage, and I walked in, I'm late, I'm trying to like sneak in. And he goes, oh, did you know you're an Arcturian? And I'm standing at the back, my whole body starts doing the brrrr. It was like, yeah, I guess I do.
I do
it
now.
was really cool. I was like, hey, I tried to sneak in, man.
Yeah. God.
So Shauna, yeah, and to connect, I'm feeling that they would love for you to connect to them during your meditations and ask them to come close. Yeah.
Yeah. And toning too. Toning is a great way. Shauna took my toning class on Saturday. And
Okay.
toning is a great way to connect to the star, any of your star families. because it's all frequency, you know, our connection and our way that we communicate is on those frequencies, and toning will lift those frequencies, but it's a beautiful way to connect as well.
I wonder if she has a crystal ball, because I keep seeing crystal balls with her, to use that as well. If she has one or has any, I keep seeing that in anyone. That's a good way to connect too.
Yeah, I think she does. As a matter of fact, I
Okay.
think she.
Okay.
Shauna, do you have crystal balls?
It'll help clear our her chakras, and what the crystal balls do is they help clear our chakras to be open to communication and healing and stuff like that.
I love them.
Oh, me too.
I was sitting on my patio next to where my crystal bowls are on the inside of the house, and I moved in. So I was like inside, but I was connected to the outside, and I had said something, and all my crystal bowls started humming.
Oh, wow.
I was like, ooh, what did I just say?
That had high frequency then.
It was pretty cool.
So I have go ahead. I have a question from Michele. She says, I feel like my life has just shifted. Do you have any messages for me? And then she says, and who is Monica's future boyfriend going to be? With a laughy face. Okay. All right, Michele.
Michele, do you like sunflowers? I keep hearing the word expansion, and I keep seeing either you getting a bouquet of sunflowers to light you up in your home, and they're also showing you as your face is the sunflower, like you're wearing a kid's costume for a play, and it's this felt sunflower around your head. And all I got.
Nice. That's great.
See, you're psychic, Monica.
Expansion. I wish I had more detail on the expansion, but I'll leave that up to you guys.
The first thing I got, Michele, was light on your path. I see a lot of light on your path. And to continue with bringing in light in your meditations. So what I'm feeling from your guidance is that how do I put it? I mean, I feel joy with them, and that working together with them, because and I'm a little disadvantaged because I know Michele. Working together with them has opened so many doors for you, and so it's I feel like it's more than a shift. It's an initiation, if that makes any sense. It feels like a big initiation where you've passed the tests type kind of thing. And I don't like to say that we get tested, but seems like more and more we do. So that's what I'm feeling, is it's an initiation for you, and that they've opened up lots of doorways for you. Okay. She says doors have been opening rapidly. Nice.
Very nice.
Pulled you a card. Memories of Atlantis. spiritual acceleration, progress, and spiritual technology.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I like the Ankh. The Ankh is beautiful.
And through a doorway.
And the Ankh too. There's something about the Ankh. Let's see if that resonates with you as well.
There it is.
Well, the Ankh, doesn't the Ankh represent eternal life?
It does. It does. And the balance of the masculine and the feminine. Oh, do you know, Mike, do you know a Nancy Malmberg, who is your cousin from Wisconsin?
Mike. Oh, Mike. Because I
No?
know a Nancy. Okay. Oh, Michele wants to, first off, she wants to say chills. I have an Ankh necklace.
Ooh.
Oh, neat.
And she loves all flowers, Monica.
I just wanted to add quickly to that her guides call her the wise one.
Nice.
Ooh.
They
Nice.
keep saying the wise one.
So I have a cousin in Wisconsin. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is your cousin from WI. That's Wisconsin, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And she says, I got the time wrong, so I'm just joining. Looks interesting. I'm sorry I missed it. Oh, she says, we haven't met yet, but I follow you on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
Nice.
You didn't know you had a cousin in Wisconsin?
No.
Oh, that's
my
awesome.
gosh. Family reunion.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you know what, Nancy, I pulled a card for you. I'm jumping ahead here. Just it kind of pulled itself. And the card is Divine Matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God instances. So it said coincidences, God incidences. And it kind of jumped out when we were talking about you. So I wanted to share this really quick.
Nice.
Interconnectedness, synchronicity. Oh, so cool. Welcome, Nancy.
Yes. Well, reach out on Facebook. I'd like to connect with you.
Any questions on that end, Michele?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have Adele, your McGrath family clan, is saying, is there something I'm supposed to know from someone? I don't know what to ask. The meditation was an unusual experience, by the way. So just kind of any message for Adele. And she's saying, I'm feeling a shift.
What I heard was trust what comes to you.
Trust what comes to
Yeah.
you.
It's more than likely your intuition, but it probably means more to you.
I also got that you are on the right path. You may be questioning if I'm on the right path. And what I got from them is you are on the right, correct, the path that you had set out for yourself before coming here is what I'm getting. So I'm feeling that there's no need to worry about that. And just like what Mike was saying, they're saying, what I'm feeling too is that the more you trust your intuition, the more you trust your decisions without, kind of beating yourself up or anything like that, or doubting, the wider your path becomes, and the more doors, opportunities come your way, and the more shifts happen. And then it'll just be second nature for you, where you're like, I feel like you're kind of you're getting we talked about this, Michele, telepathic communications already, that things are opening up for you psychically, that kind of thing. but they're saying there's so much more, and they're really excited about so much more happening on your path of expansion. Yeah.
Very nice.
And Adele, I pulled you a card. It's the Hathor light codes.
Mm.
Light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. The Hathors are also about sound, toning, singing, making noise. And I'm hearing that this is something that will heal your throat, your fifth chakra, what is called the 5.5, that will open up the ears, the throat, and will help heal whatever's going on here. So it's the Hathors. And Tom Kenyon is a good person to look up about the Hathors and the Hathor teachings.
Cool.
So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a question over here as well from Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Hello. Any messages on what I can do to develop my intuition more?
Sure. They're asking you to recognize it, to acknowledge it more. And sometimes that's hard because the ego speaks a lot louder than your intuition. Your intuition is very soft often, and your intuition is from what I've learned from teachers, is your higher self. And so it takes a sharp ear. But you can also, when you get a message, think about where did that come from, and does it have the influence of the ego behind it? If it doesn't, then it is your intuition. Yeah, they keep saying, let go and trust. Let go and trust.
Trust, that's the first thing I got.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I got, was trust it. Yeah, definitely. And the more you trust it, the wider the conduit. The wider the conduit. Also, they're showing me that I feel like you're doing really well with remembering your gifts, but developing them in this lifetime. What they're showing me, that you're doing really well with it. They would ask that you spend more time in reflection, what we call meditation,
Yes.
that type of listening, because that's listening, right? I do. They ask that you spend a little. Yeah, I'm getting to devote that time to yourself and devotion, to go within. Whew, man. I'm feeling a lot of energies around you, Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of energies. So you have a lot of guides working with you. I just feel that it's important for you to spend a little more time going within and trusting what you get.
And I pulled this card for you. Melchizedekian, the Order of Melchizedek. Honey, you work with really high levels of frequencies.
Yes.
And it's important for you not to limit that concept. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I work with angels. It's like, no, you work with these guys. Okay. And also, a lot of times when we're learning to trust this intuition, we get an intuitive hit. And then, like Mike was talking about, we start thinking about, oh my God, was that really it? Oh, that couldn't have been it. Was I right? Was I wrong? As soon as you start thinking about it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Learn to start trusting that first impulse. And these guys call upon the Melchizedekian councils of light. They're waiting for you. Oh my God. They're waiting for you, honey. These are your people. Melchizedek's your people. Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. So shifting into those higher frequencies, definitely from
Yeah.
It's safe for you.
when
It'll
we're
come
ready.
easier when you do that too.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're trying to do what everybody else is doing. You know, it's like, oh, my angels or and it's like, because
Yeah.
this contains it all. It's not like these are higher or better. This is the all. It's just a higher frequency of the all.
Yeah. So Amanda says, I do meditate every day. That's awesome. For some
Good.
reason, they wanted you to maybe just go deeper. And what Michele was bringing through makes a lot of sense to go into that space of raising your frequency during your meditations. I feel that they want to do some deeper work with you. Going deeper is what I'm feeling. Yeah.
A
I
lot of
know,
times
Amanda,
that's just like,
so.
okay, surrender. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or,
Kate wants to know what the cards are that you're using.
ooh, the best in the world for now.
Besides our oracle cards, my sister and I.
Oh, except for the Orb Sisters Oracle cards. This is Kyle Gray, Gateway of Light Activation.
Wow.
They're super high vibe and they're just beautiful. They're really beautiful. I've had them for a while and I just started using them and they're just spot on.
How
But they're
many
really,
decks of cards do you have?
The last time I counted, I had 78.
Oh my gosh.
I thought I was bad. Or
They're a
good.
tax write-off.
Yeah.
They are. You're right. They are. Yeah.
I have a whole shelf
Wow.
of tax write-offs.
That's awesome.
I just love them and I use them all the time.
That's
for all the
awesome.
cards.
Yeah.
So,
I have a comment for Amanda. Right when you read her question, I heard stop judging yourself.
Yeah.
And also the book by Judith Orloff called Second Sight is something to look at.
Very good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and she also wants to know if we can tell her what her origin, her star origin is.
since we're on the subject.
Since we're there in that space. Amanda says she's read that book already, Monica. So awesome. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. First thing I got was Pleiadian. I got Pleiadian. I feel like you have a lot of Pleiadian within your DNA.
Yeah, it's almost like you're part of all the different stars within the Pleiadian system. And also, Mike, Nancy is saying she is Joe and Anna Dinkle's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Now we got it.
Yes.
I love to see when family shows up. It's so fun.
Right.
Yeah. Because there aren't many Dinkles out there. I mean, that's what it's not like Smith.
Yeah. There's not many McGraths out there either.
Yeah, that's true. You don't
It is
hear that.
funny.
I disagree.
Oh,
Well,
really?
yeah,
There's-
according to today.
We've got like 5 of them right here.
Oh, yeah.
You people are everywhere. And you know what, really quickly, this card keeps falling out of the deck. This is for somebody, I don't know who it is, maybe somebody that's not on right now. It's the Halls of Amenti Initiation, Secrets Revealed, Treasures Uncovered, Initiations. I don't know who that is for, but it keeps popping up, and so I gotta share it with you guys. Might be for somebody who's listening later.
I do have another question. It might be for her.
Ooh.
She says, any messages for me, CE? And I'm pretty sure I know who this is. Any messages for me? Is that her message, perhaps?
Shauna's saying she pulled this card. couple days ago.
Oh, so she has the deck.
That might have been for her.
Yeah.
So for CE, this card is for her. Lemurian seed codes. Embracing sensitivity, embracing your uniqueness, and living in grace.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Does that resonate with you? A lot of energy coming off this card too. Yeah, it's the uniqueness that word is really lighting up too. It's like, it doesn't have to be like everybody else is doing or saying. You get to do it your way. Be unique.
Right.
What was that old joke? When you be unique, unique up on them.
Yeah.
I always thought that was so cute.
Also, so she says it can make sense, but it can, but it's not clear. So, I think she's asking for clarity on that.
You were connected to the Lemurian. Start doing some meditation, find out how that connection is. You might want to start working with Lemurian crystals. If you don't have one, I have a feeling like you either have one or one is coming to you really quickly. These Lemurian seed crystals are actually Lemurian wisdom is actually within the crystals. And people that are connected to that energy, when they hold those crystals, they begin to glean the wisdom from the times of Lemurian. And I feel like that you have a connection to that. And also the Pleiadian star seeds that are here are carrying a lot of that Lemurian energy. And so this will take you, and this will help you to begin to open up all of this that is just like waiting to pop for you. It's like you're full to the brim and you're just ready to go. And I feel like anything Lemurian for you will be very, very helpful for you. But getting a Lemurian crystal would be really good because you have the unique ability, it's coming through. You have the unique ability to read those crystals. You were one of the ones that inscribed them and programmed them in the first place. Yeah, I just heard, amen. And living with grace. So I'm going to show you this again, honey. Go get them.
Nice.
You need more of the people that know how to actually read the Lemurian crystals and are able to pull that energy out of them, because there's a lot of information that we could be using right now.
She says, okay, thank you. That helps. New to me. Yeah, I was getting, as Michele was sharing there, I was getting that it's time for you to shift into these newer energies. Ooh, whoa, I feel that. Yeah, and not to be, well, fear it or feel like it's that you don't live up to it. I don't, judging, self-judgment kind of thing. So I'm getting that it's time. I keep hearing it's time for you to shift into these higher frequencies and work with the higher beings, the ascended masters, just like with Amanda. Yes. And work with those, because they're standing in the wings right there, waiting. And I feel that Michael is right there to lead you. And I feel emotion with that, lead you through this shift. If he is someone that you depend on anyway, but I feel like he has his hand out for you. I see him with his hand out for you, and he can lead you through that. He will lead you through that shift. But the higher beings are waiting for you, kind of thing. Like Michele was saying.
Yeah, the Lemurian stuff is so pertinent for what's going on right now. And
Totally.
Shauna was saying that Lemurian seed code card has popped out at me for 3 times, and I have 3 Lemurian seed crystals. And Shauna, go get the information out of them.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, sit with them and see what they have to tell you. Because there's a lot of Lemurians and Atlanteans that are here right now because we have a particular ability to be able to navigate through these changing times. We've been through it so often before, you know, we come from all over multiple universes. I mean, even beyond this universe, to be here at this time and to help in this shift and to help humanity. You know, humanity is on this trajectory to finally break out of this matrix that we've been trapped in for a very long time, and to, you know, reclaim our godhood again, if you will, or our
Right.
goddessness, or, you know, whatever word you want to use.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are here right now that have come in to really help. And so if you're drawn to the Lemurian, or Lemurian stuff is coming up to you, or even the Atlantean, you're probably one of the ones that are here to help with this. And that's why, you know, in the late 90s, especially, all these Lemurian crystals appeared, because it was time for them to be here. But we need the people who know how to read them and get the information out of them too. So if you're being drawn, do it.
I remember the first time I sat with my Lemurian, the first Lemurian I got, and I sat with it in my hand and asked for information. I got this full-blown vision of myself and other healers, where people would come to a temple, and we weren't human. We were human-like, but we didn't have any hair. Arcturian, I guess, I don't know, didn't have any hair. We're more fluid. We were physical, but more fluid with our bodies. And I get emotional talking about it. And so we were there to heal people, humans that would come to us, and whoever, by sending them energy from our, not only our hands, but our orifices, also our eyes, our mouth, any orifice. We would send healing energy that way to these to the people that would come see us. It was very profound.
Yeah. Well, we emanated that healing.
Yeah. Wow.
Give them a little nose nostril healing. You want left or right today? What are you looking for?
Oh my God, that is so funny. That is so funny.
But it was like, it wasn't just our hands, you know, it was other areas of our fluid vehicles that we were able to send light or send healing energy through. It's kind of funny.
I heard a message for CE to eliminate the heaviness, and I don't know if that's things or a relationship or getting help with someone they're responsible for. I'm not sure, so maybe that'll jive with them somehow.
Yeah.
Like a heaviness is holding them back.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Well, she did say before your intuit, your impression there, Monica, she said, that is so awesome. Whatever we shared, I want to do that. Thank you. And she says, I am working on that. Right on.
Good job.
Yeah. Good
job.
job is right. Okay.
Lemurians are also very connected to nature, and they are quite tall beings, 12, 14, 18 feet tall, very thin and tall. So, but they're very friendly. Don't let their size intimidate you. First time I saw them, I thought, holy moly. They were actually over a ravine, and they were slowly walking up. And so you see their head and their shoulders and their hands, and then they're getting taller and taller. I'm going, holy cow.
You saw them in person, in physical stature?
Through my eye.
Oh, your mind's eye? Okay.
Yeah, through my mind's eye.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's interesting because we're starting to kind of uncover old information that was coming through like in the 1800s, 1700s
Yeah.
of these very tall giant people. We've got skulls, we've got,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's like, and it was kind of coming out, and then all of a sudden it went away. It was like, oh no, can't be. That's a
It's
farce thing.
Hidden,
And it
yeah.
makes me wonder if they aren't throwbacks from the Lemurian era too, with having that kind of size.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, every time a skeleton of that type gets found, then usually it's turned into the government or into a museum. They come pick it up and you never see anything more of it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's starting to
But
come out.
Yeah. There was a thing on Gaia that talked about it, and Regina Meredith was interviewing a person, and they talked about how they've been found throughout the world,
Yeah.
giants. And so they're out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're real.
Gulliver's Travels isn't such a children's story after all.
Right?
Yeah, no. And also, what is it? David and Goliath.
Yeah.
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 There's so many stories of giants that we've said, oh,
Yeah.
just stories.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So we do have another question here, Michelle, unless you have one on that end.
No.
Okay. Alyssa McGrath, fam here. I'd love to know if you guys have any messages for me.
The first thing I got is they want to congratulate you on the path you're on.
Mm.
They're just really overjoyed. They said you're learning quickly.
Ooh. I just got a rush of energy.
I'm feeling a female here. It feels like maybe a loved one, maybe grandmother or mother. I'm feeling mother energy, type of energy coming through for you, Alyssa. I'm feeling gratitude. Can you confirm that you have a grandma or mom on the other side for me? I'm feeling gratitude. Hearing thank you. Thank you. And I feel it goes back to what Mike was saying, that the work that you've been doing and are doing is also helping her and them. I feel like there's a legacy perhaps on the maternal side that needs to be healed, and that you are the brave one who's here. Yes, she says yes. Okay. You are the brave one here who is taking that on and is doing that and doing the work. And so she's saying, or they are saying, thank you. As you heal, they heal. Similar types of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heal our lineages. This is
Yeah.
the card I pulled. Heart of Source.
Nice.
All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity.
Beautiful.
This card really speaks to being in that space of love. And I feel like that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That you're really stepping into that. And that's where all the power is, you know. That's where Jesus said, I'll tell you one thing you have to do. One thing. Love one another.
Love one another.
Nothing else matters. One.
Right. I also feel a dog here for you, Alyssa. I hope that, if that makes sense. Very happy dog.
Yeah, it's like almost like it's just right up on her leg and tail wagging. So excited.
Big smile.
I'm also
If you could
hearing the name
confirm
Henry.
that. Henry?
Henry.
Oh,
I don't usually get names either. I don't know if that's for her or for someone else. Oh,
I don't see any coming through.
I'm feeling almost like Henry is someone who's maybe recently crossed over.
Yeah, I just keep getting this information from the dog, and maybe it's the dog's name. I don't know. But I feel like the dog wants you, because I don't see any reply yet, but wants you to know that he or she, and it feels like male energy, is good and is okay, is good. Whether and I don't know if it's for you. Yeah, I feel like it's for you, but somebody may be concerned about a dog that crossed over their dog. I feel sadness when I tune into them. Is anyone connected to this dog? Anyone else connecting to this dog?
I saw a medium-sized dog with somewhat long hair.
Mm-hmm.
Light in color, almost like sandy blonde.
Mm-hmm. That's what I
Yeah,
was seeing too.
like I was getting shaggy,
Yeah.
shaggy.
At first I thought it was like a cockapoo, but it seems to be a little bit bigger than that. Like not quite a golden retriever, but
Yeah.
not a cocker spaniel.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm not seeing a reply. I'll this dog is very energetic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like this.
I know, right?
Almost like a border collie.
Yeah, I was getting
Oh, is
Aussie
that
or
what you
border
said?
collie or Aussie or something,
Oh,
or something
No,
like
the energy
that.
of it is like that. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
It may have
Very loving.
passed before
Yeah.
his time or something, not of old age or something like that.
Right.
Okay, I don't see a reply, so maybe it stuck or Alyssa stepped away.
Hey, can you answer something about what you said? Can you explain how when we heal, our lineage heals?
Yeah. So, like, for instance, just us doing this work heals our lineage, because for thousands of years, if you said, oh, I'm a healer, you took a chance of being killed. I mean, people didn't talk about those things. It was very hush hush. And your life, if you chose to do this work, your life was always in danger. And we're healing that not only by us stepping forward and doing this work, but also by forgiving that, because it's in us as well. I mean, all of us that do this work, or most all of us that I've run into, have that fear of death that's ingrained in us from our past. And so when we can let go of that fear, it heals not only us, but all the family, all the lineage. And that's
But
true.
how does it go backwards?
So what I understand, Monica, is that we are, when we come here, when we reincarnate, we are carrying patterns, programs, not only from our lifetimes, but also our ancestors' lifetimes as well. We're carrying that in our DNA. And
Yes.
so anytime in our cell memory, in our DNA, basically, anytime we heal a pattern or a program, an emotional pattern or program that is similar to what our ancestors have, then we heal that here, forward and backward, not only backward, but also forward. So any of our children, we heal that in our children as well.
Right.
Because it's a thread of the same type of
So
behavior or pattern or program.
yeah.
For instance, if our parents are, if our on the mother's side maybe didn't just throw it out there, weren't able to embrace their intuitive abilities or something like that for fear of being persecuted, that would that might be through the line, something like that. So when we heal that here for ourselves, we also heal that in that line, that same type of program.
And also another thing we need to remember is there is an eternal now in which all things exist.
Yes.
So when we heal ourselves, we heal all that exists. So it's not just our lineage, it's all of life.
Right. And that's how one person can change the world.
Mm-hmm. And I'm doing the best I can, guys.
We all are.
Okay. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, that's what we all do here. Everybody who's watching and everything, right? We're all here doing our part in healing the collective.
So Alyssa says, I've been doing work with the emotional code and body code for the last few months, releasing tons of inherited stuff. So thankful for this message. You're welcome. Oh. So the dog was not for you then, huh? I wonder what the dog is for.
Thank you for your work, Melissa.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Totally. I wonder who that dog was. Unless it was my niece's dog, my sister's dog, Ruby.
Well, Adele was saying that she had a white husky who crossed over around about this time.
Oh, okay. Very happy. Did he die tragically? Can you ask her that?
Somebody gave him a lot of chocolate.
Oh, shoot.
I felt like it was before his time. It wasn't old age, and it was a very emotional passing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he came through loud and clear to let her know that he's good, he's okay, and there's no, he doesn't want anyone to feel bad about his passing, to relieve burdens from shoulders.
Yeah,
that he's good.
Got that really strong.
Yeah.
Shauna is saying she's sending this to me, but I'm going to put this out to everybody. She's saying, one day out of the blue, my grandmother stopped a conversation we were having to say, and she was around 10 years old. Shauna, promise me you'll never become a witch. Any feelings?
It's too late for that.
What is a witch? What did she mean by a witch?
That's fear.
Because a lot of people have different ideas. Because I know me personally, when I hear the thing witch, I'm like,
Yeah, but
I embrace it.
Yeah, see, I don't. When I hear that word, it's like,
You don't?
hail to the no.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like we have different beliefs around it. And I used to attend a goddess temple where we, work with the goddess. And then people started saying, oh, you're a witch. And I'm like, no, but we're doing magic and we're doing ritual and we're doing, but a witch, no.
Wow. Yeah. That's definitely something deep then.
Yeah, definitely past life stuff. But it's interesting. So it's like, what do you mean by witch?
So guys,
well, yeah, if she's asking the question, I would say, well, obviously to me anyway, her grandmother has a program there that is afraid of witches. Maybe hey, who knows? Maybe she was persecuted and killed as a witch. And so she does, she might be carrying that program within her. And that happens a lot with people in this area, healing arts, that are have that block where they were persecuted and killed as a witch.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult for them to bring it forward, bring those abilities forward again. So it could be whatever you do, don't tell anybody, don't be a witch, don't tell anybody you're a witch because you'll be killed type
Yep.
of thing.
And a lot
Yeah.
of people believe witchcraft and devil worship are the same thing, you know, and so if you have that belief that, you know, witches and Satan work together, you know, that could be grandma's belief system too. And she may actually be saying, please don't worship the devil, you know,
Yes.
Yeah.
the different belief systems. Huh?
Right, right. But Dad, definitely that sounds like a program.
Well,
Okay.
Unfortunately,
ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna have to step out. I have a meeting at 6 that I have to be at.
Yeah, we went a little bit later than usual, so we can close. Mike, if you're good for staying a minute.
Sure.
While we close. Okay. All right. Michelle, was there anything over there?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
Shauna was just saying, if you saw the crystals and feathers and rocks and she sells out I have all over my home, you'd laugh, but I'm
Yes,
not a
yes.
witch.
Too late for that. That ship has sailed. Okay. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Monica.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Monica.
thank
This
you,
was
Monica.
absolutely
That was
wonderful.
wonderful.
Mike, always
you.
a good time. And thank you
Thank
to
you,
all of our
Michelle.
viewers who keep
Yes.
coming. Make sure you subscribe, do the bell,
Yep.
show us a little love, and we'll
The
show
light.
you a lot of love. Keep
Yeah.
on being sparkly.
Yes. Okay. Mwah.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, guys. Mwah.